You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting night of racing in the IVRL Buttkicker series. It's me, Randy Pepper, alongside my good friend, Nick Adams. What is happening, Nick?
Oh, I am excited, Randy. We're here in beautiful Concord, North Carolina, at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for my favorite road course out of the entire year. The Roval.
Really? This is your favorite?
This is my favorite. And it's my favorite because I really think it entails what a road course should be. It's challenging. It's high speed in some parts. It's low speed in others. There's a lot of twisting, tight corners, but then there's this wide open area, and there's these high speed braking zones where there's a lot of passing. This is if Formula One or IndyCar was ever to run like a Roval like this, I think this is where they would come.
That would be exciting to see. Seeing IndyCar or Formula One run on this tight little track. It's a very tight, compressed area to race on. Because Charlotte's really not that big of a track as it is. And the way they make this track into this road course is actually, I commend them for doing this.
Yeah, it would definitely be a difficult thing to make this track ready for either of those series, but I have faith that if anybody could do it, it'd be the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Oh, yeah, and there's no doubt about it. Smith family would be more than accommodating to any group that want to race on this track, especially one of those two groups. It would be a big thing for sure, and the fans definitely would come out in droves to see that for sure. I think years ago they actually did have some IndyCar testing going on around the track, but I don't think they've ever had an event here at the Concord Speedway.
No, I don't remember seeing IndyCar. I don't know. I don't think has Indy ever run it at Lowe's Motor Speed, Charlotte, Lowe's, whatever you want to call it.
Concord, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I think they did some testing, but I don't think they've actually ever done a real race.
I mean, what is this? This has been the site of the Coke 600, the World 600. There's another name for it, too. There was one before. It was the Coke 600. It was
Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola 600. There was the Coke Zero 600 that one year that they did it. There's been a lot of names. Lowe's Motor Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Kroger 600.
Yeah, Kroger. No matter what, it's the longest race of the season. And tonight, I mean, you're going to do what? You're going to do, let's see, tonight we are doing, because I can't remember things, 60 laps around, what is this, like a 2-mile racetrack, I think it is? It's just about 2 miles here at Charlotte Speedway. 120 miles. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. 3 stages, 120 miles. And not only, Randy, 3 stages, 120 miles. It's a road course. This is an elimination race. We come in here tonight with 12 drivers eligible for the championship. and a extremely, extremely tight battle at the cutoff with Harvey Abrams, Joey McKinney, and Ryan Cliver all 3 points out of the round of 8. Just 3 points. There's a three-way tie right now for 9th. Derek Schilling just needs to come out here and have a decent night. I don't see Derek on track yet. I don't see Harvey Abrams. I don't see Thomas. I do see Thomas Carino. There's a few guys who
Cliver's out here.
I don't see yet that need to come in tonight and to be able to make it to the next round, to make it to the round of 8. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Right now, as we only have 9 drivers on track, and we have 11 drivers currently eligible for the championship. It's going to be a interesting night here tonight. But we'll get into the playoff picture as we get closer to green flag here. But, 14 minutes till we go green. Randy?
Yes, sir.
The big news of this week was the first time in NASCAR history, 3 first-time winners on the same weekend in 3 different series.
Mm-hmm.
You had Tate Fogelman, you had Brandon Brown, and you had Bubba Wallace.
Yeah. Big news.
It's I mean, congratulations to all 3 of them. I like Bubba. I think Bubba has a ton of talent. I think he might have been given a ride that he might not have earned before halfway through the season, but hey,
it's a new team. They're still feeling some things out. I think as that team comes about, Bubba will have a better ride.
Well, it definitely it doesn't help when your team owner immediately comes out and says, "Hey, I want to win." Like the first thing MJ said as a team owner in NASCAR is, "Oh, I think we're going to win races." Dude, took Rick Hendrick like 5 years. He almost went out of business.
Yeah. Yeah. You anytime you win at the highest level of NASCAR, it's saying something for sure. And even though it was a rain-shortened race, Bubba Wallace was ahead at that point. And Bubba and all those other guys, they were all looking at the radar.
Hey, ask Michael Waltrip.
You can't tell me they did.
Ask Michael Waltrip how many Daytona 500s he has. How did he win the second one?
By rain.
His lap 142, and Michael Waltrip said, "Let the heavens open."
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt gave him his second one in 03 by making it rain. So, hey, Bubba was out there yesterday, and Bubba didn't luck into that win either. He drove himself up to the front, and he made some crucial blocks before the big one came out. Now, that should we have made it to the end of the stage under green? We probably should have. The move that caused the big one, that's questionable. That's probably why Ryan Preece isn't going to be in a car next year in the Cup Series. But there were some questionable moves yesterday. Going into the end of the second stage. But Randy, do you think it's time for Talladega to bite the bullet and install lights?
I'm going to say no.
No?
I'm going to say no, and for one reason. Talladega is a different breed.
Oh, that's right.
Fan.
You don't want lights down there at night. You don't want to see what's going on in the infield.
Well, you were talking, it's Lincoln, Alabama, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, it's Lincoln, Alabama on a 600-acre piece of land that used to be an old air base.
It used to be an old air base, and I don't know if you know the story, but my father actually loaned Bill France the money to build that track.
Of course he did.
Now, I'm serious. He did. He loaned him a lot of the money. That's true.
Of course he did.
Not all the money, but a lot of it.
Of course
Trust
he
me.
did.
My dad actually was on the podium there, doing the dedication of the speedway and everything.
Of course he did.
So, but anyways, this was an old Air Force base that they did away with, and they built the track there. All right, this
Dad
track.
helped build Daytona and Martinsville as well?
No. Actually, Bill France Sr. lived 2 houses from my dad.
Of course he did.
dead serious too. But anyways, actually, it's funny. I will tell you a story, and I told the track president at the time at Talladega a few years ago. I said, my dad had stock. Bill France Sr. said, "Hey, would you like some stock to the to the track or to NASCAR?" And my dad said, "No, that's okay. It's a redneck sport. It probably won't go anywhere."
Oh my Jesus!
He had one piece of stock from NASCAR. I wish I could find it. I never did find it. I'm sure my brother probably got it when my dad died, but I would have loved to have said that one first piece of stock from back then.
Yeah, because Randy Pepper already doesn't do a million things with NASCAR. It's not like he could walk into Talladega or Charlotte or go down to Martinsville and just walk into the garage and be like, "Hey, I'm a stockholder. I'm your boss. Shut up."
Yeah, right.
Mr. Hendrick, are you going to make this championship yours? Oh, I don't know. Well, you better because I'm a damn stockholder.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That thing is split like 3 times, and I'm like, damn, I could actually be making some money right now.
I will take your charter.
Yeah.
You either do as I tell you, or I'm going to take your charter and I'm going to fund my own team because I'll just sell this stock and I'll be worth billions, okay? Okay. Good Lord.
But anyways, let's start. Wait, we're talking about Talladega. So Talladega, the track is out in the middle of nowhere. It's on a 2-lane highway that goes out to that track. There's only one way in and one way. Well, it's actually 2 ways in, 2 ways out.
I mean, but they don't.
2 lanes.
Once they come for Talladega, they don't leave the same day. They stay there. They're so damn drunk after the race. They're either sleeping in their seats or they're sleeping in their car. They're not going anywhere.
Exactly, and that's the problem. That's why they don't want to have lights out there, because those guys will get drunk and they will try to drive.
Well, then NASCAR needs to not start the fall race at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's true, but there's reasons behind that too.
There's no reasons behind it other than NBC wants to control it. And
right.
Let's be quite honest. Why would you do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Talladega in the rainy season on the same day as Sunday Night Football? Because you know for a fact if the race goes long, it's not staying on NBC. They're not pushing Brady and the Bucks versus Belichick and the Patriots to NBC Sports Network so the race can finish on NBC. Why not just start the race at 1 o'clock? You would have got ahead.
Like they used to.
It just doesn't make sense to me. They're letting these TV networks have too much control.
Oh, yeah. Well, once Comcast buys NASCAR, then we're not going to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, we won't be able to worry about it because it won't be on any other thing except Comcast Plus, and you'll have to own Comcast to be able to watch it on demand.
Yep. NBC Peacock Network.
I have Peacock. I watch Peacock all the time. I watch The Office. I watch all the old shows. I watched the King Queens on there the other week.
You probably watch Seinfeld on there.
I don't like Seinfeld. I do like, let me rephrase that. I do like Seinfeld. I haven't watched it in a while. I have to watch Friends again, though.
I was going to say Friends is probably the one. I watch Friends every night. Every night before I go to bed. They have it on, I think it's on Comedy Central or one of those.
I can just imagine Randy Pepper all snuggled up in his checkered flag pajamas in his race car bed with his Dale Earnhardt sheets watching an episode of Friends and saying goodnight to all the drivers and Pat Patterson in alphabetical order, and then closing his wee little eyes and dreaming about NASCAR for 8 hours.
And you know how they when they call me and I say, you know what I say to the phone? Right,
what do you say?
How you doing?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Folks,
but anyways,
folks, remember, tonight is a road course. You're gonna hear this for 2 hours.
You're gonna hear a lot of talking tonight, folks.
So these conversations, what a road course turns into is 2 hours of me and Randy sharing stories. You get about 20 minutes of racing action that's interesting, and we just kind of wait for it. So we keep you entertained while we wait for everything. But what we haven't done yet tonight, Randy, is we haven't brought anybody around for a lap. So I guess we should probably do that, huh?
Yeah, let's do that.
Should probably bring somebody around for a lap. So we're going to go on board here with Patrick Gaspar. He just went through turns 1 and 2 there. The turn 2 is this left-hander where you're about halfway on the throttle, then you're hard on the throttle here, down under the Bank of America sign, off the throttle onto the brakes through turn 3, which is a right, into turn 4, which is another hard right, up on the apron, and then all the way out to the grass. And you're going to go full throttle all the way out to the grass. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Patrick Gaspar's on this track is really, really loose. So Patrick Gaspar has gone around. Let's start the lap over. Here's Nicholas Weatherby. Let's try this again. All right. Then down here into turn 1, hard on the brakes. Oh my! I'm gonna kill Adam Wood. Okay, you know what?
What did Adam Wood do?
Adam Wood just drove through. Let's do this. We'll just do this. We'll bring you through a lap, folks. Hold on 1 second. I know Nicholas finished this lap, so we'll go through this lap. All right. All right. So here we go. Off the front straightaway, into turn 1. Hard on the brakes, all the way out to the wall to get ready for the left-hand corner as you come over the hill and then into the downward slope. Down under the Bank of America sign, into turn 3. Now, if this track would allow, if we could have rain and iRacing right now, this part of the racetrack would be soaked like it's going to be this weekend. And then you come out of turn 4, down the straightaway, the short chute, hard on the brakes here, down from 3rd to 2nd, up the hill to the right-hand. You use a lot of the brake of the motor when you come up this hill, then down the hill, over through the bump, almost like the jump maybe if you were in a rallycross car, through the left into NASCAR 1 and 2. So now you're on turn, I think this is turn 7. It's NASCAR 1 and 2. That's turn 8, hold on. And then now you're in here into the chicane, hard on the brakes, about the 3.5 sign, to the left, to the right, over the rumble strips, and then hard out. You're going to want to do what Ryan Kleiber did there, all the way out to the wall, and then you're going to come down here through 3 and 4, all the way on the bottom of the racetrack. 4th gear here as you come off the corner. You're going to hear them get on the brakes really quickly, and they're going to downshift into 3rd, and then into 2nd, and then over the right to the left, and that is a lap around Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's it's about a minute 20 seconds, minute 25 seconds. It's a fast lap around here. It goes quick, and it can get interesting.
Yeah, it can, and things can happen in a hurry, especially around turn number 16, somewhere around there, 15, 16 is where things are going to happen tonight if anything happens.
11.
Well, I guess you want to call it 11, 12, but, you know, if you look at the chart, it actually says it's 15, 16.
I don't think
because
it's
they count that little bus stop in the back as 11 and 12 on the back straightaway.
Doesn't feel like there's 17 corners here, but it looks like there is.
Yeah, 16, I think 16, 17, whatever it is. Yeah, it's too many. To me, they count any little nuance of a bobble of a corner. They count. So
I'm actually going to bring up a track map here. And we're going to go through the passing zones that you're going to see here tonight. All right, folks. So this is the track map of the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval here. 17 corners, 2.28 miles. One of your main overtaking points you're going to see on this track is into turn 11 and into turn 12. You're on that hard braking zone. People are going to try to outbrake each other, go to the inside. If they can get there to the left, and if they can't, they're going to try to outbrake their opponent as their opponent turns left, get them on the exit of turn 12 through 13 and 14, which is NASCAR 3 and 4. And another really nice nice passing zone for everybody here tonight will be 15 and 16. So off of 4 into the front stretch bus stop, you're going to see a lot of moves be tried to made there. If you're really aggressive, you can try to make moves into turn 1 and 2, but up the hill from 5 to 6 and then down the hill into 7, you also might see people try to make some of those moves. You know, there's about 3 good passing zones here at the Charlotte Roval. And if these guys are really gutsy tonight and they really want to push it, and you have to get all the points you can, if you're Ryan Cliver, if you're, if you're Harvey Abrams, if you're one of these three guys, Harvey Abrams, Joey McKinney, Ryan Cliver, Derek Schilling, if you're one of those people who needs to get as many points as you possibly can, you're going to make a move any place you can, especially if you're Derek, where you think you're a little slower than others at this track tonight. You're definitely going to push as hard as you possibly can in those 3 or 4 braking zones and passing zones to make the moves happen tonight.
Yeah, you're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive than you normally would be to try to make some things happen if you're in those final spots and you want to transfer to that next stage.
Did my racing just freeze?
I don't know.
Have we moved on to...
Yeah, we're into qualifying now.
Well, folks, you're just going to look at that screen for a minute.
And I'll talk you through it. Okay. I was going to tell you, Joseph Causey is out on the track for his first lap, so...
So you're listening to the Ghostfire Media broadcast radio style.
Radio style, that's right. Joseph Causey making his way down the back straightaway, the normal NASCAR back straightaway, up through the gears, up to 4th gear, making his at the fastest point of the track. He'll dip it down to the inside. He looks into turn 11 and 12, 10 and 11 and 12, and make his way cleanly through there. Off of the 11 and 12, he'll be back up onto NASCAR 3. Gets back up through the gas. 4th gear now. Back on the binders into 13, 14, 15, actually 16, 17, as you want to call it. And he's across the line to make his first lap around the track. Actually, he's taking the green flag for the first time. Now he's into 1. Makes it a little wide off of turn number 1 into turn number 2. Bottom of 3.
That's great.
Off into 4. To the bottom of the track. Make his way. Oh, he's up on the rumple strips. Got a little wide there, but he's back on the gas. Down to the bottom into 5. Now down to 6. Makes his way cleanly down there on to 7. Off of 7 and on to 8. Makes a way off at 9. And back up onto the back straightaway. NASCAR back straightaway. Up through the gas. Into gear 4 as fast as he can go. Now hard on the binders. He'll dip it down into 10. 11. Ooh, gets a little wide off at 12. He's back on the gas again. Back up on NASCAR turn 3. Keeps it low on the banking. Up through the gears once again, up to 4th. Now he's back down into gear 2 into 11 and 12. Actually, excuse me, 17. Off of 17, he'll complete his lap. And his first lap is going to be a 121.716. And actually, he's not the fastest. Nicholas Weatherby right now is the fastest on the board right now with a 121.374. Just a hair faster than Causey, which is kind of amazing. And right now sitting at 3rd, Ryan Cliver. So we're waiting for Dalton Tucker to see how fast he was, because he was fast in practice. Patrick Gaspar ended up 4th on the grid, a 123.141. Ryan Cliver had a good lap too at a 123.120. Adam Wood. Let's see, Adam Wood. Yeah, he had a 124.344. So Derek Schilling and Dalton Tucker have not, and Jason Miz and Charles Yerk have not taken the flag. And I don't know if those guys are actually going to come out. They haven't moved. Let's see if Dalton Tucker. No. Looks like the last 4 guys, Derek Schilling, Dalton Tucker, Jason Miz, and Charles Yerk will not come out on the track with only 26 seconds left in qualifying. So it looks like Nicholas Weatherby is going to be your pole winner tonight in that number 23, trying to take off where his car mentor left off. Bubba Wallace runs at 23, McDonald's car, and that's what he won in yesterday at Talladega International Speedway. And today, Nicholas Weatherby will win the pole for the IVRL race tonight. And they are on the grid right now.
And we are finally not radio style again.
Hey, we're in practice.
Who knows? We might be radio style at the start of the race if it does it again. Because when iRacing does updates, things like this tend to happen. And oh my God, that's really loud. Forgive me, folks. I'll fix it. Woo! All right, now my ears aren't going to bleed for 2 hours. I mean, your ears are going to bleed anyway if you're listening to me for 2 hours, but at least it's not going to be from the sound of the cars, right?
Right. Exactly. So can you believe Nicholas Weatherby was that fast tonight?
No, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. He was fast at the last road course we went to. He said he had a lot of hope coming into Coda. Not Coda. Oh my Lord. I'm 4 months behind. Here into the Roval. He said he had a lot of hope coming into the Roval. He wants to be the guy who comes in tonight and he, stops Joseph Kazi from being the sole winner on road courses this year. He wants to take that away from Patrick Gaspar if he can.
Yep. And
he's pushing it. We're watching him right now. He's getting on up it. He's getting up on it. Goodness gracious, I can't speak English today. He's all over it. He's getting tires up in the air. Yeah, he's getting it up. Oh, whew, look at how sideways he is through turn 2 there. Well, you're going to see that a lot tonight. These guys are going to be on the ragged edge because the track is hot. Let me go ahead and show you the weather tonight. The track is 114. It was 114 degrees in practice. Now it's 98 degrees right now in qualifying. 66 degrees outside, but it's clear. There's no clouds. It's completely sunny out here. It says partly cloudy, but you couldn't tell. It's definitely sunny. The track's just going to get hotter as the day goes along. This brand new asphalt here at Charlotte, most of it on the infield at least is brand new, and that really retains the heat, and they've done a really good job with the sim of keeping it retaining the heat. And the paving on the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the asphalt itself is not that old.
No, it's not that old.
12 years old? 15
Maybe.
years old? It's not that old. It has a few weepers, but it's not nearly as bad as some of these other tracks. And Charlotte's not due for a repave, I would say, for at least another 10 years.
Yeah, I would say it's probably pretty close to that, for sure.
The cold weather in the winter definitely helps because there's no racing on it in the winter. So it keeps the track from being really weathered in when it's kind of cold outside. Just get snow sitting on top.
Yeah, it doesn't snow very often up here. Maybe once every year they might get a snowstorm, but that's pushing it. Most of the time it's only once every couple years, maybe 3 years.
Hey, you don't get the chance for frost heaves here like you do in the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That's one of the big problems on the New Hampshire Motor Speedway road course, which is why they repaved the hill section of every 5 years because of all the frost heaves.
Yes.
And that's why you see the corners at New Hampshire get repaved quite often. The little section of the bottom of the corners, that gets repaved quite often because of the frost heaves.
Frost heaves, right?
Frost heaves are terrible.
What are frost heaves?
So it's when there's a little bit of a crack in the asphalt surface. Water gets under it and it freezes, and as it freezes, it expands and it brings the asphalt up and it puts a bow into it. And when it goes down, the asphalt will come back down to where it originally was, but it'll be a little bit stretched out. It could be a little bit cracked more. It could be up a little bit. Some of the earth could have moved under it because there could have been cracks in the earth, so the ice moves the earth up a little bit. So it just creates a bump. It's a small bump. That's what we get up here in New England. Our roads are littered with frosty ice.
I don't believe they have that here at Charlotte.
Yeah, they get lucky.
Yeah, I can't imagine very many places on the NASCAR circuit
Watkins
that actually
Glen?
have it. Watkins Glen would be one, maybe Pocono.
Pocono most likely has them. Just because the cold climate it's in. I know Texas Motor Speedway suffered from a few of them last year, or early this year, I guess it would be, with the snow and the ice storm they had down there.
Yeah, they did, and probably Martinsville probably deals with it just a little bit.
Yes,
and
I
I'm
think
sure that
Martinsville-
one year, Bristol probably had it that one year.
Well, that probably helped bring it towards its repave.
Yeah.
Whatever damage it got from the water getting under there probably helped it get towards its repave there. But folks, let's bring you down the grid here. Starting on pole is going to be the number 3 of Nicholas Weatherby. In second,
Number 3?
Starting on pole, it's going to be the number 23 of Nicholas Weatherby.
Thank you.
Second's going to be the number 88 of Joseph Kazi. That Toyota Camry is ready for business here tonight. In third, you're going to have the number 11 of Ryan Cliver sitting there in that Future Foam Toyota Camry. In fourth, it's going to be Patrick Gaspar on the number 86 Chevy Camaro. In fifth, the number 7 Thomas Carino Jr., the WeatherTech Chevy Camaro ZL1. In sixth will be Cody McKinney and the McKinney Racing Chevrolet. In seventh will be Adam Wood in the Five Guys Burgers and Fries Breast Cancer Awareness number 45. In seventh, you're going to see Joey McKinney. It would be eighth, but Patrick Gaspar is starting from the pits. So let me get everything reordered here. I think Cody might be falling to the back as well. Let the field get properly ordered here, and then we will run you down the lineup. Now, was it Cody? Okay, yep, we're good now. So Joey McKinney jumps up to 6th. Adam jumps up to 5th. Charles Urick will start 7th in the number 76. Nuka-Cola Quantum Ford Mustang. In 8th, going to be Dalton Tucker in the Exalta Chevy. In 9th, going to be Jason Miz in the number 89 Castrol Toyota Camry. In 10th, going to be Derek Schilling in the number 87 Coca-Cola Jack Daniels Chevy Camaro. Back in 11th, going to be Cody McKinney. And looks like Patrick Gaspar he missed the start, so he will be starting from the pit lane.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual. I don't know what happened to him.
Well,
but I would like to say one thing about Derek Schilling. Derek Schilling has a couple new sponsors on the car. He has the Guitar Attic, and he also has Ghost Fire Media on that car.
So because he
this
has
week.
the Guitar Attic on that car, the first thing that's going to happen is a crash. I had the Guitar Attic on the side of my Waste Management car last night. I got ran over in the middle of a corner. I felt like Randy Pepper at Talladega. So.
Hey, I got run down. I just got pushed out of the groove.
My frustration last night was
beyond. Trust me, my frustration Sunday night was pretty much I was PO'd. I got pushed out and got a speeding ticket on pit road, even though I was just barely off the track, and then I got a 55-second pit penalty, and I'm like, forget that, I'm out of here. I'll go watch The Walking Dead.
Some people have the inability of just using patience at Talladega or Daytona, and it bit me last night. I was sitting comfortably in the outside lane, and the outside lane checked up, and everybody behind me decided they didn't want to. And that was the first of, I believe, 3 big ones. So.
Not fun.
That beautiful Porsche. I love that Porsche safety car. Can we have that lead the field to green every week? It'd be so much better than that Kia Optima, Nissan Sentra, Ford Mustang, Chevy, Cobalt they have.
Here we go. We're going to green flag racing for the first time tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Green is out, and here goes Weatherby jumping out to a half a car length over Joseph Causey. They'll go down the track into turn number 1. Hard on the binders as Weatherby dives to the outside. Causey looks to the inside as they go down off of turn number 2. They're side by side for the lead as they go into turn number 3. Off of 3, it's still Weatherby leading the field into 4. Down the straight as they'll head towards 5.
Into the right-hander of number 5. It looks like Causey's going to get to the inside a little bit, maybe not. Up the hill through 6. Out of 6, now down to 7. Through the left-hand part of 7, down the corkscrew. Now here we come to the exit of the Roval section of the track. To the oval and Weatherby in the wall a little bit. You're going to see that a few times tonight. I think guys are going to get a little squirrely on the exit. Push really hard, and man, oh man, Nicholas Weatherby saved himself from disaster there. He's pushing here. Down to the 5, to the 4. Weatherby going to break a little bit earlier than Causey. Causey going to go to the inside. Causey going to try to make it stick. Weatherby over the turning curve. He's going to get almost into Causey. He's going to have a slowdown penalty here, and that might help Joseph Causey drive away with the lead early on.
Causey will pull away by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths as he takes him down into turn number 10. Off into 10. And actually, excuse me, I cannot get that out of my mind.
17.
Yeah, 16, 17, I know. Now into 1. All right, go ahead.
No, you go. I'm just helping you learn the corners.
Oh, I know.
This is turn 2, now 3.
I know that. I know these here. Into 3. Yeah. You know what? I hate road courses, even though they're off of 4 now. And they'll head towards 5 as Causey tries to build up his lead into number 5 and off into 6. Here he brings it down low off the track. They'll drift up high, then down low once again. And they nearly get into the wall there as they go back up onto NASCAR back straightaway. They're hard on the gas now.
Patrick Gaspar might have had some sort of penalty handed down to him, which is why he's a lap down. I'm going to have to reach out and figure that out here as the race goes along. But at the moment, we have Nicholas Weatherby not letting Joseph Causey get away. He's actually faster through the bus stop section of this racetrack into NASCAR 3 and 4. Nicholas Weatherby's going to try to take the lead maybe into the front stretch chicane. He's going to be hard on the brakes where Jimmy Johnson, check out Martin Truex Jr. in 2018. Weatherby all over the turning curve. He's there off into turn 1. Nicholas Weatherby might make a move here on Joseph Causey.
Into turn number 1, Weatherby all over the back bumper of that 88. He'll dive down to the bottom, following right in the tracks of the 88 of Causey. Causey watching his mirror now. He'll drift high. Here comes Weatherby looking to the inside, but nothing is there. The door is slammed. They drift high. They'll go down the straightaway into turn number 4 and 5 as they come. Here comes Weatherby looking inside, but once again, Causey is going to hold on as they head back to the NASCAR track, and right all over the back bumper of that 88 is Nicholas Weatherby.
Nicholas Weatherby is not going away. He will not give up. Here he comes through NASCAR 1 and 2, off the banking, down the backstretch into the hard braking zone, into the backstretch chicane, through the corner. Here we go. He's going to get a big run down to the inside into NASCAR 3 and 4, into turn 14. Nicholas Weatherby to the inside of Joseph Causey. Through turn 15, Nicholas Weatherby side by side, door handle to door handle, into the hard braking zone of turn 16. Causey to the inside, Weatherby to the outside, into 16, through 17, Weatherby all over Joseph Causey.
Is Weatherby really running this hard? That's what I wonder. Is he really running that hard? Does he really want the lead away from 88? I'm going to say yes. He wants the lead. He's here to show Causey that there is another road course guy out here. They're side by side as they go into turn number 3. off of 3.
Causey went wide!
Causey goes wide, and here goes Nicholas Weatherby back to the lead into 5. Off of 5 into 6, they're going to go. Weatherby is leading by half a car length over Causey. Causey can see that he has a challenge for the night, and he's going to go. You're going to go back up to NASCAR 1 and 2, off of NASCAR 2 and down the back straightaway. It's Nicholas Weatherby by 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths.
Nicholas Weatherby is your new leader here at the Charlotte Roval. Can he hold it through the backstretch chicane? Causey hard into the braking zone, deep on those brakes, making those Brembos work hard as we come through the chicane. Off into turn 3. Weatherby will hold the lead as they drive away from Dalton Tucker and Ryan Cliver behind them. But through NASCAR 3 and 4, turns 14 and 15 into the hard braking zone for 16. The right to left-hander is 16 and 17, and Nicholas Weatherby will lead lap number 4.
4 laps in the books, and Weatherby is your leader by 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths over Causey, but Causey drifts and catches him, and he's drifting off the turns as I say that.
They are on the ragged edge because of how hot this racetrack is.
Yep, they're driving like a couple of Japanese cars that run out there and drift around tracks all the time. They're even going wider than I would have thought they would have been in a lot of these turns, but I think they have no choice because they're drifting so hard. Here comes Causey, dives to the inside, almost gets into the back of the 23 to turn him around, but no harm, no foul as they make their way back up into turn 1 and 2 of the NASCAR track, and down the back straightaway they go. Weatherby leads by 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths over that number 88. The 88 gets right up on the back bumper, but he doesn't have anything for him this time. Weatherby is getting himself into a groove now, and that's frustrating, I'm sure, the number 88. Causey's not used to having to lead around a road course. Usually he's out front the whole time, but tonight he's seeing a major challenge from the 23 of Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby will bring him off into 17 and back across the line to complete lap number 5. Down into turn number 5, or turn number 1 after 5. Now off of 2. They'll make their way off of turn number 2. Causey settles in back there right behind him. He'll get a run this time as Weatherby dives it down into turn number 3. And down towards number 4 they go.
Here we go into the right-hander, turn number 5, up the hill to turn number 6. You begin the corkscrew section of the Charlotte Roval. Down the hill now to the left. You're going to be close to the grass. Then you come out to the right side now, all the way out to the wall, to the Roval exit to turns 1 and 2 here at NASCAR. Oh, and Weatherby sideways, Causey sideways, NASCAR 1 and 2. You're in turns 9 and 10 here. Down to the backstretch. Here we go into the hard braking zone for the backstretch chicane. At the 4, Weatherby brakes. The 3.5, Causey brakes. To the inside, Causey. Will he make it stick? They touch. They make contact. Man, oh man, they made some contact into the chicane. Causey went aggressive. Weatherby went aggressive. Weatherby had a slowdown penalty. Now it's going to be up to Nicholas Weatherby over the next 9 laps, not only to gain that time back on Joseph Causey, but to try to take the lead back from the number 88.
Well, that 88 car just out drove him through that turn. Causey just wanted the lead so bad that he just overdrove the turn. Just so he could get that lead away from, and forced Nicholas Weatherby's hand as what he, figuring out what he was going to do. And
it's just some cosmetic damage, thankfully, for Nicholas Weatherby out of that, though. It's not going to affect the way the car drives at all. The toe's not towed in. There's no damage to the suspension of that vehicle. So Nicholas Weatherby should still have the speed he's had as they come up the hill into the corkscrew section of this racetrack. Oh, Causey went off the track there. Weatherby's going to gain a ton of time. Dalton Tucker is coming, though, Randy.
I was going to say, Dalton Tucker is right there behind them,
NASCAR
and he's coming in a hurry.
Let's see if Nicholas Weatherby can gain here as we come down to the backstretch. If Nicholas Weatherby can gain on Joseph Causey, he will not, but Dalton Tucker will gain. He will gain on Causey, but Dalton Tucker will gain on Weatherby as well. 3/10 of a second into the chicane Nicholas Weatherby gained. Now off into NASCAR 3 and 4 as it's slick and hot out there on this racetrack. And man, oh man, Randy, we have 8 laps to go here in stage 1. Not only is it going to be a fantastic ending to stage 1, this is coming. This is showing it's going to be a fantastic race.
Yeah, this may be one of the best races we've had all season, as we started out with just a two-car battle. Now we're going to have a 3-car battle here for the lead before long, because Dalton Tucker, who is no fan of Joseph Causey by any means, is on his way towards the front of the pack.
Causey he's not a fan of. It was Greg Holt.
Greg Holt, excuse me. Well, I'm just saying he's probably not a fan of Joseph Causey as well, because they were teammates, or I don't know if they are. Causey, I believe, is.
Causey's now an independent. He's still a member of the team, but he's part of the independent coalition now.
I was going to say that.
Jason Miz tonight, so he's not by himself.
Okay, he's not by himself tonight. All right, so he's probably not down there in the independent coalition, as you call it, with Adam Wood and Charles Urich and Derek Schilling.
We're going to go back through the field really quick. There are some hot battles beginning. Why did that do that? There are some hot battles getting ready to start here on this racetrack. The first one is for 5th place. The battle for stage points is now on between Carino and Patrick Gaspar. And a little announcement here. One of the drivers who was eligible for the round of 12, Harvey Abrams, was not able to make it tonight. So now 10 drivers are fighting for that 8 positions for the round of 8. And Carino's going to blow the bus stop on the front stretch. He's going to have to come to almost a complete stop here to gain that time back. Patrick Gaspar is going to move comfortably into 5th position. Patrick could easily get 4th here with the speed he has.
Patrick is definitely on the move, and I'm sure he's just waiting for the stage to end so he can be up there with the rest of the guys at the top of the board right now. That's what he's waiting for.
We're going to continue to focus on that Nicholas Weatherby, Joseph Causey battle that's going to happen here. It begins to heat up. But right now, 2 drivers who find themselves near each other on road courses most of the time. Watkins Glen, Coda, Road America, Sonoma. And here tonight, Adam Wood, Charles Urich found each other at all those other road courses so far this season. And tonight, no different, as they're battling for 7th right now. Both drivers pretty much locked into the next round of the chase based on showing up here tonight. So those 2 are probably a little bit happier now. Adam Wood sporting the number 45 pink and white machine here tonight with 5 guys on it, and Charles Urich with his normal Nuka-Cola Quantum Ford Mustang.
I'm still waiting for Adam to take the 5 guys off, because every time I look at it, it makes me very hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting 5 guys tomorrow now because of Adam. Even though it's going to cost me $47 for a burger and fries, I'm still going to get 5 guys just because, well, you know what? Blame Adam Wood when I'm broke, okay?
Yeah.
Blame Adam Wood.
We've got a good battle shaping up right now, as Dalton Tucker has caught Nicholas Weatherby, and Weatherby is driving that car sideways around just about every turn, because Dalton Tucker is right on the back bumper of that 23.
We're going to do our best to cover both these battles. There's only one. We don't have the dual screen action like NASCAR, so we're going to do our best.
Yep. So we're just telling you about what's happening up towards the front. We got that battle back there with Adam Wood, but we've also got
it on the top of your screen there. Yeah. Dalton Tucker was right there. He's about a car length behind Nicholas Weatherby. When I think the pass is going to be attempted, we're going to move over to that battle here, as this battle is now starting to heat up to a 3-car battle between Adam Wood, Charles Urich, and Cody McKinney. And they're slowly but quickly gaining at the same time. Slowly but quickly. I know it's kind of a it's kind of counterproductive to say slowly but quickly, but they are slowly but maybe surely gaining on Thomas Carino.
Yeah, they're right there behind him. Yep. Those 3 cars are running nose to tail. About 2 car lengths separate back to each one of them. Each one of these cars are only 2 lengths separating each other.
We're going to jump to the battle for 2nd here, as I believe this pass is getting ready to be attempted. We have Dalton Tucker all over the back of Nicholas Weatherby through turn 4. Now up to turn 5. Dalton Tucker is doing the one thing Joseph Causey wanted to see, and that is distracting Nicholas Weatherby up through 6 into this section of the track, 6 to 7, the corkscrew section. Now down into turn 7 to the Roval exit. Sorry, that's turn 8. Now into turn 9, which is NASCAR 1 and 2, 9 and 10. Will be Dalton Tucker taking the second position away from Nicholas Weatherby and driving away. He has 4 laps, count them, 4 laps to maybe put some pressure on Joseph Causey. We'll keep an eye on that as we jump back to that battle now between Adam Wood. Oh, Charles Yerk is around. He was sideways. We came back there with a save by Charles Yerk. He's only going to lose 1 spot. Those rear tires are going to be real hot now as we come off the Roval onto the corner. And Charles Yerk, oh man, those back tires are hot.
He's sideways around the track.
Wow.
Yerk is going to lose a ton of ground.
Oh, Thomas Carino Jr. has gone around in the chicane. Carino's going to lose multiple positions here.
This is insane. The
This
stuff that's
battle's
going
about to
on.
become 4 cars now. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's about to be 4 cars now. Take a look and see what happened to Thomas Carino Jr. here. He might have missed the chicane. That might have been what happened. Take a look here as he gets on the binders. He tries to turn left, and the back end is just going to, he's just going to lock up the front wheels. He has to come to a complete stop to allow the time to go away so that he doesn't get that big time penalty, and then he's going to have to now get his rhythm back. The front tires are going to be on fire, though, on the number 7. So we'll keep an eye on the tires of the number 7, see if he can limp it around the next 3 laps and not lose 2 positions or more here. We have another battle on the track that's getting ready to begin to brew. It's Ryan Cliver and Patrick Gaspar. You see Patrick in the top corner of your screen there. And the leaders now are all within 2.5 seconds. And Dalton Tucker has dropped 3 seconds off Joseph Causey almost. And we're going to jump up to the battle for the lead really quick, which is about to begin to heat up. As Dalton Tucker, every time he shows up, puts Joseph Causey on notice that he's got a fast driver behind him.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, he just made a major mistake and hit the wall, and that allowed Nicholas Weatherby to get around him.
Big
so all that ground that he made up, and Joseph.
Wow, that right side is pancaked.
Yeah, it is, and Joseph Causey is going. Thank God.
That's not as exciting there as the small bit of damage that Nicholas Weatherby got. That's not as exciting to see these drivers get sideways like that. And, I think that's not going to, it's going to hurt Dalton Tucker. It's not as acceptable to have that damage on that car as would be with Nicholas Weatherby to have that left front damage, because I think that's going to hurt the toe on the right front.
It's going to hurt it. I believe it's going to also hurt it as he gets up onto the banking. That's where it's going to hurt him a lot, too.
It's going to mess up his braking points as well, because it's going to change the way the car is driving, so it'll mess with his braking points. We're going to jump back here to the corkscrew section of the racetrack. To the right, down to the left, you're going to see Cody McKinney all over Adam Wood here. They exit the Roval, come into NASCAR 1 and 2. This battle's quickly heating up. Cody McKinney has been quicker than Adam the last 3-4 laps.
He's all over the back bumper of Adam Wood. Adam Wood is going to try to hold him off through the dog leg there.
Adam's pretty quick on the entry to the dog leg, but Cody right there shows you. He just gets into the dog leg a little slower, gets a lot more speed off into 3 and 4. He's going to push Adam all the way up the track. Adam's actually going to be in the preferred section of the racetrack to get on the binders, but he's going to let Cody get the spot as we're going to go into the front chicane for the final time in stage 1 there. We're going to get the white flag this time. Joseph Causey looks like he's going to end up taking this stage. Patrick Gaspar is going to pit early, take the lead at the end of the stage here as the white flag is out on stage 1. We're going to show you what happened to Jason Miz here. Jason Miz is out of this race officially. He had some damage already on the car. He had a rough night to begin. Coming up to the start-finish line, here we go into the final chicane. Gets on the It's on the rumble strip, and it looks like he just pulled off and said, I'm done. I'm done with this.
And that stinks for him. I mean, but
he had a lot of damage on the machine, so I can understand it. It does get frustrating.
Yeah, I can too. Yeah, I can totally understand. Yellow is out. Will finish stage number 1.
At will, Joseph Kaji will take home the stage victory here in round 32 of the season tonight. Race number 3 of round number 2 of the playoffs. The second elimination race. We're going to show you what happened earlier between Charles Urick and how he lost this position. So this is through turns 1 and 2. When we came back to him earlier, he was sideways, but it started at the beginning of the lap. So you saw him get really loose off into turn 1. The tires were starting to go away. And then down here into turn 3, this is the section of the track where he got really, really squirrely. He's on the brakes. The back end wants to step out there. He's able to get it back in correction. On the exit of the corner, he gets on the throttle hard. Goes from turn 4 into turn 5 here. And you can see in turn 5, he's just drifting it at the beginning of the corner, drifting it even more in the corner, middle of the corner in turn 6. Big save there. And then into turn 7, you see him, he's able to get it back kind of under control. And then he gets on the throttle, gets loose on the exit of turn 8 there onto the 1 and 2. He got sideways as well, and that was because those back tires were so hot. And then I believe Charles ended up spinning out here because he finished 57 seconds behind the leader, which was another 20 seconds behind this pack ahead of him. So we'll keep an eye on what happened to him going into the chicane here. I don't know if anything happened here. It looks like he was good through that section of the track, and then his issues happened a little later on in the run.
So under caution for the first time tonight in between stages, as Joseph Causey is your leader. And is this a surprise? No, not at all.
So it's not a surprise. But what is surprising is how fast Nicholas Weatherby was.
Him and Dalton Tucker, both those guys. I was actually very surprised at both those guys. And I anticipate we're going to have a 4-car battle here for the lead for long. Between Causey, Weatherby, Tucker, and Gaspar. So the cars will come down to pit road for the first time tonight. Get some fresh Goodyear tires and some Sunoco fuel, as Patrick Gaspar will inherit the lead after he short pitted. So that's where things are going to get interesting. Excuse me. I need some water, guys. Feel like the guy in the Mummy ride. Where I could have been a lot better if I had my coffee.
We get Steve Letarte to bring a water up, please. Steve Letarte to the booth to bring a water up.
Yeah. All right, they'll get their way back out onto the track. Causey did win the battle off pit road, with Weatherby second and Tucker being third. But if you look at them by the track, they're actually second, third, and fourth as they'll catch up to Gaspar. So, Nick, with this shaping up to be this way, you're going to have Causey on the outside, you're going to have Weatherby down the inside, and Tucker on the outside of him. Actually, Carino, I think, beat off Tucker. That was Carino that actually came off. I was wrong. Tucker, where is Tucker? Oh, he must be fixing the car.
He's in 8th. He got some damage repaired. He's on pit road for about 52 seconds. Got a little bit of that damage pulled out. It did a good amount of fixing on that right front, so he might be all right. He might have a shot here still tonight. Patrick Gaspar is going to show what he's worth when we go back green flag racing.
So we're going to have a 3-car battle, basically, for the lead.
I think we're going to have more than that as the night goes on, because I really do think there are a lot of people here who are fast. It's just going to take
Cliver is one of those guys that he shows a bit of greatness in a lot of races, but as time goes by, the monkey begins to fall off his back. So
We're
he
gonna
may be
pull our
strong here,
in-race
but
reporter in for a
let's
second.
do that.
Because our in-race reporter said he's not a fan. Adam Wood, this is Nick and Randy up in the booth. What are you not a fan of? We heard your radio transmission. So what are you not a fan of?
This track sucks.
Well, we just lost our sponsorship from SMI.
Good. I didn't want it anyway.
I would love a sponsorship from SMI. They have the best racetracks in the circuit.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, well.
They have New Hampshire, and they have Charlotte. That's all they need.
Yeah, I'll take Charlotte Oval, and we can get rid of New Hampshire.
No. We'll do the New Hampshire road course. By the way, Adam, just so you know, our friend, the flag man, what was his name?
Tyrone Shoelaces.
No. What was the one that we had, Adam?
I don't know, dude. It was ours. Rusty Ruffers.
Rufus. Rufus is up there, and he is holding this for 2.88 miles under every caution lap. He just holds it straight up in the air. I mean, this guy, this is like 4 minutes a lap. He's insane. But let's ask you a serious question here. So how has the racing been tonight?
Oh, man. This car just goes away. Like, I'm barely able to get the rolling the throttle in second gear. The rear end just wants to kick around and be squirrely and try to drift on you. You guys saw Charles in front of me. He barely got on it, and he's trying to collect it, but also then keep momentum, and he's still drifting all the way around the corner we're coming up to right now.
Yeah, we saw that you guys are just drifting around the turns. It kind of felt like a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, and it's it's a tough track. It's very slick. I mean, the track temperature when we first started was 106. We're down to 89. So I mean, it's dropped down quite a bit, but still, traction's a bitch.
Oh,
Well,
we apologize for his language. You said the B word.
yeah.
I'm a driver. I can do this.
Oh my God.
Did you hear what Bubba Wallace said yesterday?
No, don't pay attention.
Bubba Wallace actually said the BS word on national TV.
Well, you can say the S word.
BS.
You can say that.
I know. You can say that, yeah.
I don't know
You
why
can
they don't
say
say it more during the broadcast. I wish Dale Jr. would just go, God, that's just some BS right there. Why did he pull down? That's just bull. Anyhow,
He just
Adam,
wants
we're
to
gonna
say slide job.
slide job. Adam, we're gonna bring you back. We're gonna slide job you right back into your channel with your team. All right.
As long as you don't
Sounds
give
good,
a
man.
hand job, that's all right.
Whoa! Adam Wood with a slide job back into his team, and Randy Pepper wants a hand job apparently. Man, for all you people out there watching, we apologize for Randy Pepper's antics and his things he says. He's not right. He's from Florida. That's all you gotta say. He's from Florida.
Actually, the problem with Florida is not the people that live here or the people who are from here. It's the people that all come from up north. It's a problem.
So did your governor come from up north? I'm not gonna talk about that. Never mind. Never
Here
mind.
we go. Green flag is getting ready to come out. Causey jumps out to a half a car length over that number. Actually, that's Patrick Gaspar jumps out to 1 car length over
Oh God.
Causey. And Causey's like right there. Look at this. Go ahead, Nick.
Randy, you
Call
want
it.
to go skinny dicking again?
I-
Nicholas Weatherby all over the back bumper of Patrick Gaspar through 2. Now into 3. The right-hander up the hill into 4. Down the short chute, Nicholas Weatherby will take 2nd. He's going to put his eyes on Joseph Causey. We're going to come up into turn 5 on the uphill section of the racetrack into the corkscrew. Here comes Nicholas Weatherby. He has Joseph Causey in his sights, and he wants to make that pass happen as soon as he can. Down into turn 6, the left-hander. Sorry, that's 7. Now into 8 here, another left-hander. On the Roval exit back up to the racetrack into NASCAR 1 and 2. Now through NASCAR 1 and 2, getting ready to go down the NASCAR backstretch here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Randy Pepper, Joseph Causey has a 1.2 second lead here on the first lap.
He has gone off to a race on his
Gaspar to
own.
the inside
Whoa.
into the chicane. Weatherby's not going to make it. He's over the. Oh man, he jumped
That's
it.
going to kill it.
That's going to
gonna
kill
it.
the race car.
That's going to kill the race car, and he's going to have to slow for the timing
he's letting
issues.
everybody by, letting the time go. Now Ryan Cliver to third. Ryan Cliver is in a must-win situation at the moment. He might not be throughout the night, but at the moment he's in a must-win situation.
He's got to do something if he wants to advance, that's for sure. But I don't know. I don't think he can do that much. I mean, although we're looking at the way Cliver's trying to hold on to that position.
Cliver is going to lose this position to Weatherby down into turn 3 and 4. Now down to turn 5. Hold on, 5 now. Weatherby into 5 as he passes Ryan Cliver. Now he sets his sights back on Patrick Gaspar. Weatherby's got to get going. The car's not destroyed, but he's got to get going if he wants to try to take stage 2 away from Joseph Causey in 11 laps.
Got a lot of time left.
Patrick Gaspar just doesn't have any speed.
He doesn't. He's just kind of.
This is
he's
not
just kind
the
of there.
Patrick Gaspar of normal at road courses. He is a second and a half off of Joseph Causey.
And he's not even. I mean, the rest of the pack is catching him now.
He's slower than Nicholas Weatherby by almost a whole second. I'm actually shocked. Nicholas Weatherby just took 2 seconds off Joseph Causey, took a second off Patrick Gaspar, and while Weatherby took 2 seconds off of Causey, Gaspar lost a half a second to Causey.
Actually, kind of shocking.
It is. I'm really surprised.
I thought he would be a lot faster here. I thought this was going to be a Gaspar Causey race.
Nicholas Weatherby, Joseph Causey put his foot down with a 121.61 on the lap before. Nicholas Weatherby answered back with a 121.54.
Wow.
And Patrick Gaspar tried to answer back, but he could only muster a 122.1. So Weatherby is definitely faster than Gaspar here as we come through the corkscrew, but he's not able to make that pass here on the exit of the Roval onto the oval here at Charlotte.
And, you know, he may just, well, actually, Gaspar now pulls away from Weatherby. He gains some speed here or what?
I'm starting to see the differences in these two drivers. It seems like on the exit of the Roval section of the track, Gaspar is a little faster than Weatherby. Right here, this section of the track, the two chicanes and into 3 and 4, here you come into turn 14 and 15, which is NASCAR 3 and 4, to turn 16 and 17, which is the hard braking zone. Weatherby is just better. He's just better than Gaspar into these two corners. Oh, and he's up on the curb, and he almost flipped the car. Weatherby has to calm down, get back into his rhythm. Gaspar's going to overshoot turn 1. He's going to really have to get on the brakes there.
And Weatherby had to get down on the brakes because
Weatherby hurt the race car. Weatherby hurt the race car.
Did he hurt the race car, or did he get a time violation?
He's way off pace. I think he hurt the race car.
That's the truth behind it. That's not good.
He's gotten past Dalton Tucker now. He definitely had a slowdown penalty, but I mean, it looks like the splitter is dragging a little bit. That is part of the damage model with these cars now, is when you hit those turning curbs, you can rip the splitter and put it under the front of the car and it won't turn right. So we'll see when he gets to a right-hand turn here if it does that again. Which will be right here into this chicane. And he's able to turn right, left okay there, and then turn right. He's a little loose, but he's all right. Weatherby's back up to pace.
Yeah, just that left-hand side of the car has a little bit of damage. The hood is lifted a little bit.
Yeah, he's got to calm down, get himself back into his rhythm. We're going to we'll keep an eye on Nicholas Weatherby, we will. But right now, you want to look at this battle for 7th here. Cody McKinney and Adam Wood are battling. They've been battling for a few laps. And it looks like Cody McKinney got past Adam Wood here. We'll show you what happened, how the pass was made. This was into the chicane. Adam got really deep into the corner, almost took out Thomas Carino. Had to get on the brakes big time, and Cody McKinney was able to just walk right by him.
Yeah, and he's just leaving him now.
He is.
Adams falling off pace.
The battle for third is heated up, though. Weatherby to the inside, and Cliver, the 3 wide through the corkscrew. Down into turn 6 here. Now into 7. Cliver lets these 2 drivers by. This is the worst time for us, and reflux down off of the on the exit of the Roval into turns 1 and 2. Randy, take over.
Yeah, they had no choice Cliver had no choice but to let these guys go by. They were much faster than him. Weatherby now is gathering back up his car as he's trying to make his way around the track. And
what do they call turn 1?
Turn 1, Calamity Corner.
The Tums Heartburn Turn. Can someone throw me some Tums?
Oh no, you got some heartburn now.
For no reason.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
By the way-
Weatherby
Weatherby,
again!
what in the world
Man,
did he just
oh
do
man,
that?
Nicholas Weatherby is gonna lose so much time. Nicholas Weatherby has to get out of his own head. I have done this myself plenty of times on road racing.
Yeah,
You gotta
no
get
doubt
out
about
of your
it.
head. When you make one mistake, they compound themselves over and over and over and over again. It's like when you make a mistake broadcasting. You compound it with another mistake a second later, and then you just keep doing it. Once you get out of your head, to be a race car driver, you got to be so mentally tough. And when you start to get rattled because you know you're super quick, but you start to make mistakes, you can rattle yourself out of contention for a win.
And that's pretty much what Weatherby has done. He's
He's not making
let
it
it get to
easier
him.
on himself, that's for sure.
no doubt about it. Oh, Causey is now 2.3 seconds ahead of Patrick Gaspar, and then it's another 5 seconds back to Weatherby in third.
Did you
Crazy.
hear that NASCAR could be returning to Chicago?
I did not.
The rumor is 2024 road course. That's the rumor.
Oh, like we need another freaking road course.
Well, they're going to remove one of the road courses and replace it with the Chicago road course.
Oh.
Because I believe the, what do you call it? The contract is up in 2024 with Watkins Glen. I would hate to lose that road course.
I don't want to lose that. That's
I just want them to do the boot. I just want them to put the boot on the racetrack. The boot would make that race amazing.
Yes. It
Could you
definitely
imagine,
would.
Could you imagine stock cars trying to go around the boot? Oh, the really hard right corner on the back side of the boot would be a pain with these cars. Where has Patrick Gaspar found this speed? Here comes the number 86. Was he saving his stuff?
Must have been, because
He was
he's definitely gaining
saving
on.
his stuff.
Yeah, he's gaining on
What a
Causey.
guy.
No doubt about it. He's right there now. And
He's not
right
gaining
there.
on Causey. He took a whole second out of Causey last lap. Causey ran a 1:23.3. Gaspar ran a 1:22.3.
Wow.
Now, this is the section of the racetrack where Causey has not been that strong, 16-17. But Gaspar hasn't been that strong either. It was Weatherby who was the fastest one through 16 and 17 earlier, but he's kept making mistakes in 16 and 17, which might hurt him in the long run here.
Gaspar's usually faster in 11 and 12. It's usually where he gains.
What corner is 11 and 12, Randy?
That back little boot,
Oh,
the
perfect.
bus
You
stop.
actually do know it.
The bus stop, yeah.
I'm glad you know it. That's the section right here, though, the corkscrew section where Gaspar's been getting a ton of time on Causey. It's not actually a corkscrew, but you come down the racetrack a little bit. So I call it a corkscrew. Oh, and as I said, that Gaspar rips the right side of the car off the track.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it damaged the car too much, though, because he's still gaining on Causey. It actually might have made him faster. Here we come. Down into the back.
And
He's on the brakes hard. And Causey's on the brakes hard as well. Causey's on him way harder through the back chicane. And Causey's going to lose a ton of time to Gaspar that time.
What in the world happened there?
Causey got a terrible entry, but a way better exit.
Yeah, he
way
did.
better.
Yep.
The front chicane, Causey put the right sides on the grass just a little bit. That's what you want to do. Perfect entry, and now Gaspar's going to lose in the front chicane. So we're going to keep the distance pretty much at 1.2 seconds, which is what it was a lap ago.
Yeah, lap 26, and
4 to go in stage 2.
yeah, 4 to go as Causey leads the field around Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Roval on this wonderful Tuesday night of racing, the IVRL Buttkicker Series.
You know what we haven't done here on this beautiful Tuesday night?
I'll crank it up.
We haven't gone to commercial at all.
Oh, no commercial. Well, we
I
need to go
have a
first.
producer screaming in my ears right now that we need to pay. We need to get paid by these commercials. So,
Yeah,
folks,
we do.
you're not going to miss a second of the action, but we're going to go side by side here in the Ghost Fire Media Network.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your... Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com. Back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, we've got the Roval in action. And as usual, as every road course, it's the same two guys that we're calling the race about. Joseph Causey and Patrick Gaspar. So far, it's been all of Joseph Causey, which pretty much was the last race that we called a road course. And the last race before that, and the race before that. It's always Joseph Causey.
The ugliest entry and exit to the Charlotte backstretch chicane I've ever seen between Adam Wood and Thomas Carino. They both made a mockery of the entry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we only have a few laps here left in this, and I'm sure a lot of these guys are going to be wanting some new tires for sure. Let's see what's... what is... I was going to ask you, what is the temperature right now on the track? Have we stayed the same?
What
or
is
we
the temperature right now? It's actually 86 degrees. So it's gotten cooler. 10 degrees cooler.
That's actually interesting. I would think these cars would be a little bit more grippy than they are, but they aren't.
It's about 5:17 local time right now. It's 65 degrees outside, 23% humidity, 86 degree track temperature. Weatherby is gaining big time on these guys in front of him. He's going to run out of time here in stage 2, though.
He doesn't have enough time. There's no way that he's going to gain enough to get on these guys. I'm interested to see what happens once we go to this final stage. Once we get Causey, Gaspar, and Weatherby, and Tucker all up there,
And
nose
Cliver.
to tail, and Cliver as
Because,
well.
Let's take a look at the playoff standings before the race began. Derek Schilling sitting in 8th right there was on the bubble, right? Joey McKinney on the outside looking in. Right now, I would say he's pretty much locked out. He's going to get his lap back, but he's not going to be able to win this race. And I don't think he's going to finish up high enough to be able to really make a dent in that point. So unfortunately, Joey McKinney will exit in the round of 12. Derek Schilling He's sitting in 10th. He's had a abysmal, awful, no good, terrible night.
He hasn't had any. Actually, this last set of races, he hasn't had one that's been worth a crap.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He's gonna gain He's gonna gain 2 stage points tonight. While Ryan Cliver's gonna gain. Hold on, 5 and 5 is 10. That's 11. He's gonna gain 11 stage points as Ryan Cliver. So just going into stage 3, Derek Schilling is somewhere about 8 points behind. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Derek Schilling's going to have to do all but win here in the final stage. And Derek's
and there
not
goes,
going to be able to do that.
And the flag
Joseph
is out.
Causey will win stage 2. Right now, it's a 1-horse race between Derek Schilling and Ryan Cliver. Thomas Carino was 2 points ahead of Derek Schilling coming into tonight. 5 from the play. Hold on, Derek Schilling was only 2 above the cutoff. His plus minus is wrong here. Hold on. Derek Schilling will be 10 points out going into stage 3. Derek Schilling needs Ryan Cliver to wreck, and then Derek Schilling needs to finish in the top 6. Or he needs Thomas Carino to have problems. Carino hasn't gained as many stage points so far tonight as Ryan Cliver has, but it hasn't been enough so far. It hasn't been enough.
All right, the field is under caution, and they are back behind the pace car now. The field's approaching pit road here shortly, and I'm sure we're going to see every
pit.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see anybody not pitting. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who have probably splitter damage and all that stuff. They want to get a little 200-mile-an-hour tape put on the front of that car, and
So there goes Joey
try to help
McKinney.
it.
He's going to gain his lap.
Yep.
We're going to have to keep an eye, though, on this race as we get closer to the end here. Because it's going to start getting very, very intense for a lot of reasons here in this third and final stage.
And how many laps are going to make of this final stage here, Nick?
30.
30 laps.
Probably
That's right.
27.
27 after we go green and all that good stuff, yeah.
So, folks, I did this last week when I was by myself.
Sorry.
What?
I'm sorry, I wasn't here.
No, I'm not saying anything about you.
Oh. Okay.
Last week, we did a little bit of sports scores updates.
Oh, God.
We'll let all these drivers get off of pit lane first, then we'll bring you through the important games that are happening tonight in the MLB and in the NHL preseason. It looks like the NBA preseason as well. I've got a dog in the booth. There's a dog in the booth.
Look out.
Oh, ow, ow. Ow. Hi, Gavin. Hello.
And we don't actually have any games going on right now.
We do. We have tons of games going on.
Well, most of them, no, they should be over by now, right?
It's 8:14. What time did you think it was?
Oh, what time? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Excuse me.
NFL scores are not the only one that matters. The NHL matters too. Shut up out there, Harvey. All right, so we're going to start you with the NBA preseason. Right now in the second quarter with 8.5 minutes left, the Knicks are up on the Pacers 47-35. The Grizzlies hold the 21-8 lead in the first quarter against the Bucks. The Wizards and the Rockets just tipped off at 7-3 right now in favor of Houston. The Cavs and the Bulls just tipped off as well. It's going to be 5-2 right now in favor of the Bulls. In the second period, the Toronto Maple Leafs lead The Montreal Canadiens 3-2. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers right now 1-0 in the second period in that game. The Carolina Predators. God damn it, Harvey. The Carolina Hurricanes and the Nashville Predators 2-1 right now in favor of the Predators in the second period. The Sabres and Penguins, it's going to be 2-1 Sabres in the second period there. And then the most important game of the night, by far, bar none, the AL wildcard game. The Yankees and the Red Sox, top of the first, 2 out, none on, 0-0 still. Keep you in touch with that. And the Cardinals and the Dodgers in the NL wildcard game, they just threw the first pitch. It is still 0-0. Game just began. Oh, that's tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night. And then the last game, you're going to have the White Sox against the Houston Astros. What?
Go Red Sox.
Gosh.
Not a big baseball fan, but I show up in October.
Years ago, when I was a sportscaster, I used to do this every freaking night.
Oh, God, Evaldi's on the mound. All right, never mind. Have fun in the playoffs, Yankees.
And I'm sure my coworker, Bruce Stone, who is the biggest Yankee fan, is having a wet dream tonight for sure.
Break a leg with your steroid-induced and Carlos Stanton up there. Guy's as big as a house. Have you seen young Carlos Stanton?
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Lord.
Pretty big. Looks like he should be a wrestler.
It looks like I think he's just as big as he's almost as big as Brock Lesnar.
I don't know if he's not that big, but
Brock Lesnar,
he might be Bobby Lashley big, but
I can't wait till Crown Jewel because they have done
Oh God.
They have done such a good job at hiding Brock's new physique. I don't know if he has a 10-pack or what, but he is really holding off on showing what he's got.
I'll tell you what.
You remember before, like when he left, he had like the belly hanging over a little bit. He's never been fat, but he's always been really buff. But he has that like muscle fat.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
It's
look
gone.
at him now,
It's gone.
it's not there. Oh yeah, speaking of other football news, Urban Meyer is on the hot seat already in Jacksonville. It's been what, 3 weeks?
4 games.
4 games. He's on the hot seat, not because he sucks as a coach, because Urban Meyer is a hell of a coach.
College.
But because he stuck his hand up a lady's butt.
And it wasn't his wife.
It wouldn't matter if it was his wife or not. It was in public in his own bar. On a Thursday night after the game, when he tells his team to get on the plane and go, I don't know. I've heard a lot of things, but I've never heard of a coach sending the team home and not going with them on the plane.
Well, he said he was going to spend time with the rest of his family, which were in Ohio.
Get on the plane, go back to Jacksonville with the team, charter a private, go back to Ohio on Friday morning.
Well, it did make sense. He was right there.
It does make sense because the coach should never leave his team, especially after a loss, a heartbreaking loss. If the team won 41-0, sure, send them back, let them party. But they lost heartbreakingly, and they looked terrible in the fourth quarter. You can't tell the team, "Oh, we're not going with you. You just lost the locker room." He's making all the typical college coach mistakes.
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, Tony Khan will end up
Tony Khan is going to fire him.
Tony Khan is going to end up being the coach of that team. You watch.
No, he's not. You know who's going to end up being the coach of that team? Jason Garrett.
Okay.
Jason Garrett is going to be a coach on that team. Guarantee it.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we got racing happening right now as Derek Schilling is your leader as he takes him across the start-finish line with Patrick Gaspar right in tow. What has happened to Nicholas Weatherby?
Weatherby got a bad restart. We'll take a look at that in a second. But Derek Schilling has to hope, and he has to pray that he can hold on as many positions as he can as he holds the lead through turn 1, off into turn 2. Now up into 3, down into the right-hander of 4. Derek Schilling holds the lead. He needs to win this race. He needs to figure it out now and win this race.
gives the spot to Patrick Gaspar. He's going
very wide, very wide. He's going to go off the track.
Wide.
He's going to go off the track off the top. He's going to go off the track here in 6, I think.
He's holding on. He's still second, though.
Joseph Causey all over the back bumper. Causey's not going to wait too much.
How long can he hold him back there?
About
Not
half a
very
second.
long.
Half a second.
He'll drift high.
Here comes Dalton Tucker.
Yep.
Here
and
comes Nicholas Weatherby.
Well, he's not done yet. Well,
Weatherby's going to brake super late, super hard. He's going to make the corner. He needs to stay in his momentum. Now, this is the battle we've waited to see all night. These 4 drivers on this racetrack at this moment when it all matters. This is the battle. Can Causey get by Gaspar? Can Gaspar hold him off? Can Tucker get this win? Derek Schilling almost took out the leaders. He was hard on the brakes. He went through the chicane. He's come to a stop on the front stretch. He's going to lose 3, 4, maybe 5 spots here.
Causey almost got into the back of Patrick Gaspar.
They're wrecking behind him. They're wrecking behind him. We had one on the wall. It was Derek Schilling. Charles Hurek is in the wall as well.
Derek, why? I guess he got points for leading a lap.
He's doing everything he can. He's doing absolutely everything he can, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, to get him out of this round of the playoffs. Got unlucky at Talladega, got unlucky in the first race of the second round here. Not his fault. Harvey Abrams got unlucky in the first 2 races as well.
And you're the one, you gave him the commentator curse.
I did. I
It's all your
to go
fault.
to the Final 4.
Yep.
Look at the break by Weatherby. Weatherby's going to show. No, Weatherby's going to overshoot it. Weatherby's going to overshoot it. It's going to take him out of contention for this win.
Nicholas Weatherby, tough break. Actually, there was no break involved it.
Come on. You can come up.
Come on, you can come up. That's it. That's what Patrick Gaspar is saying right now to Causey. Come on, you can come up. But he looks
Causey's all over the back bumper. They almost touch. Here we go.
What a run there.
Gaspar's going to go for the over-under, though, off into turn 3.
Inside, outside. It's not going to work tonight.
No, it's not.
Dalton.
Not this time.
Dalton Tucker's right there.
Gaspar's not letting him go. Through the corkscrew up the hill. Now back down to the right, then to the left, down the hill.
Causey is going, please, Tucker, start battling him so I can just pull away from him and leave him behind.
Gaspar's not letting him go.
They're all separated by 1, 2, 3 car lengths. Let's see
Now
who
into
breaks
the
the hardest
chicane.
this time.
Tucker's
They all
going to
break
outbrake Gaspar
Yeah.
a little bit. He's going to get up on that back bumper. Gaspar's going to make a mistake. Tucker's going to look to the inside and he hits the wall. Tucker pounded that jut out at the exit of the chicane. He now has damage on the left and the right sides of that machine. So in less than 2 laps, Dalton Tucker might have taken himself out of contention, and Nicholas Weatherby did the same to him.
Yeah, he's got some left side damage now, definitely. That 24's got a little poundage going on there. You might want to call Hertz or a new car.
Just get it painted by Exalted, you'll be fine. It'll look the same. Look at...
Causey is just pulling away from everybody now. Causey's getting his rhythm. And once he gets that rhythm, it's pretty much over.
Oh, Gaspar got a little bit loose on the exit
Yep.
at the beginning of the corkscrew, but he gained a lot of time on Causey that time. On the exit of the Roval into 1 and 2 of NASCAR, Causey's going to lose time to Gaspar this time.
But
It
he's
is
got
a
enough
fight
of a pad.
back and forth between these two right now.
Whoa, look at the distance he made up there.
Yeah, he broke way later than Causey. He's going to get on the throttle at just at the same time though, and they're going to be really close. Tucker gained time as well. So now Gaspar is not that far behind. 25 laps and a pit stop still to go. Anything can and will happen. Will there be mistakes on the pit stops?
Will you pit for tires or will you just pit for gas?
I think you have to pit for. Oh, Gaspar's gonna get up on the air.
Gaspar.
Gaspar made the mistake and gives Dalton Tucker the position. Now, can Dalton Tucker look at the Joseph Causey in front of him and say, "Here, kitty, 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 I'm coming for you"?
Yeah, I don't know. We will see.
We're gonna see here. Tucker is about a half-second a lap slower than Causey right now over the last 5 laps, so we'll keep an eye on it. Yes, hello.
Yes, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. You know, I'm actually surprised that they haven't taken the cones out as much as I thought they would. This turn in turn number, what, 6, there's those cones, or 7?
I think it's 7.
Yeah. It seems like they would take those cones out more than they do. I think they took them out during caution one time, but I thought for sure the cones would have been taken out during the race.
Dalton Tucker gains 3/10 in the chicane that time. Nicholas Weatherby has lost a ton of time. When he locked at the tires, he ripped those front tires apart.
And he's sitting back there in 6th place now, which is an unfortunate event for him tonight. That's not what he wanted to happen tonight at all, I'm sure. I have a canker sore on my tongue. It is very hard to talk.
We have a score alert in the NHL.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's Toronto Maple Leafs have scored 2 goals in, hold on 1 second. Wait a second. I might be wrong. They've scored a goal. It's now 4-2 Toronto in the second period over the Maple Leafs, over the Canadiens at the moment. I almost read what this page is powered by. We're not sponsored by them, so I'm not giving them free advertisement. Because I
No
think their
Pornhub?
mobile
Is that-
service sucks.
Oh, I was going to say.
Holy Dalton Tucker, here
Wow,
he
look
comes!
at them. Wow, Dalton Tucker is on a tear. He is right behind Causey.
Wowzers. Causey made a mistake, and Dalton Tucker's taking full advantage. Causey with another one! Causey, 2 uncharacteristic mistakes on the same lap in both chicanes, and now Dalton Tucker to the lead with 22 to go.
And Causey had to give away that time. So
Causey made 2 severely uncharacteristic mistakes.
And you can hear in the back of Causey, you can hear Patrick Gaspar going, da-dum, da-dum, dun, 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 for a second.
Gaspar is watching this battle for the lead begin to heat up, though. Causey now becomes the hunter. Tucker becomes the hunted. Can Causey hunt as well as he is hunted?
Dog will hunt.
Causey looks slow now. Looks like he might have ripped those tires apart.
I believe you're right, because it looks like Dalton Tucker is pulling away.
Dalton Tucker ran his fastest lap of the entire race that last time by as well. 121.86. We check up on the racetrack again. It's now 82 degrees. We got 3 degrees coolness since the last time we checked. Even more speed, more grip, more fun for these drivers.
What an upset it would
Causey's
be.
gonna break
Dalton
deep
Tucker,
into the corner.
he is trying, but
And he's gonna lose a bunch of time now.
Yeah, he is. He's trying everything to catch back up. This is a circumstance that Joseph Causey is not used to.
He hasn't been in this circumstance pretty much all season at the road courses.
No.
But one time he was in second for about half a lap when he Lewis Hamiltoned his race car. Was the same lap that Patrick Gaspar went off and spun off into turn 1 at Road America.
Yep. He gained some time there. He's right behind Dalton Tucker. Tucker gains a little bit there off the turn as they make the way off of 7. Back up onto the banking. Tucker now holds a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car length lead over Joseph Causey. And Will Causey brake hard this time. He will brake very hard to try to gain a little bit on Tucker, but it's not enough. Tucker gets back up on the gas, and he's back on the banking, and he'll lead once again down into turn number 10, 11, and 12. Actually,
14,
I cannot
15.
get it. 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, boy. I even have my notes sitting here, and I don't look at my notes like a dummy.
And you were a professional.
I was. I only had 4 turns, though. I did Daytona National Speedway and the road course, and I hated it.
Did you?
I hated the IMSA cars. I'm not a road course guy, just not. Hated it. I am an oval guy by all means. And you can tell when I call these races.
Yes, you can.
So they're not exciting to me. I'm sorry. They are for a while, but like right now, I mean, Dalton Tucker is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
7 seconds at the
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's got a great lead on Causey. That is excitement right there to me, because we haven't seen anybody get around Causey and actually be able to pull away from Causey. Now, if he can pull away, get 2 seconds ahead of Causey, then they have the pit stops, and maybe somebody blows a pit stop going in there, and while he's driving over the rumble strips like crazy there.
Yeah,
But-
that's what you're going to see to be fast here, is you have to hit those rumble strips. You don't want to hit them too hard, because it will get the car out of shape. I love the Charlotte Roval. This track is just fun to drive. I did a 4-hour endurance race with the Mazda Miatas here, and I had a blast.
Well, that's a car that's meant to drive this course. This course is not meant for these big old heavy stock cars. Now, next year with these cars with the new generation, it's going to be great.
If we run them next year.
Yeah, because they still aren't quite up to spec from what I hear.
They're failing some pretty important tests. So they have to see what happens with that. But right now, Dalton Tucker's the fastest guy on the track. Let's go on board with him for a little while, Randy. We're going to ride on board with Dalton Tucker on the gyro cam through NASCAR's 3 and 4. Do you want to explain what goes through a cup driver's mind through these corners, Randy?
Let me get on board with him, and
Let's see if we can say, maybe not a cup driver. You're not a road course guy. I could explain what a road course guy is thinking through these corners. Let's hear what Randy Pepper thinks through these corners.
Well, as I'm driving down to this turn, I'm trying to get as low as I possibly can. I'll try to drift the car up, try to get on the gas as fast as I can, bring it down the bottom there. I'll get into the turn here as low as possible. I'll sweep out left, then I'll let it drift to the outside as far as I can, down to the inside, get a good run off the turn. I'll get back on the gas, get up to the gears, then I'll be back down to the gears, down to the bottom. I'll let it drift out once again. I'll drift down to the bottom, get back on the gas, go down the hill, get back on the gas right here, then back off the gas, through the brakes. I'll get really hard on the gas here as I get up on the banking.
Wow, he's spanking Causey.
He is definitely doing that. He's gaining time on the bottom of the track. I would be like, I'd brake right about 2, maybe 1. I'll get as far down as I possibly can, but I'll let it drift and almost hit that wall. Then I'll get down back on the track, try to run like I'm running the NASCAR 3 and 4, pull it down. I'm going to look here, and there's a little braking point there, that little sign on the wall there. That's where I know I've got to start getting on the binders. And then I'll get back through, and I'll get back across the stripe right there.
Pretty decent thought process there.
Woo! He is...
Dalton is so fast because when we were on board with him, what I was listening for was how many shifts he made. And he was in third gear throughout the entire infield section. A lot of guys will play with it, go second, third, second, third, second, third. He just kept it in third and said, this is the gear that I'm going to commit to. This is the gear that I think I'm going to be safest around the track and fastest with. And he just commits to it and goes.
It seemed like one time he did shift, but I guess not.
Looked like he was committed pretty hard to third gear.
He does. He gets up to fourth.
Well,
he gets down
now.
to third. Yeah. He was all the way down to second.
Yeah, you'll be down to second going into this corner. Some people take the chicane in first.
It's up to fourth. You'll see that little mark up here on the left-hand side, right-hand side. Now you pull it down.
He never shifted to fourth going into the tri-oval here. That's interesting. He's hard on it.
Yeah.
Second, and then he's going to sit it in third right about when he gets through this first section of the racetrack. You should look at the telemetry on screen here. He'll go from second into third right about here, I think. Maybe he sat in second throughout the entirety of the infield.
Yep. So, and he will come up to third, I think, right about.
No, you won't shift at all there.
No, you won't shift at all. He's
the
second.
Gears are too long in second and third. Fourth is a short gear here. Second and third are long. So he'll stay in second throughout the entire infield section.
Whoa, he's almost got a little too loose there. Car was getting sideways there.
Now is the time for him to pit, though, because Causey pitted a lap ago. So now I think you're going to see Mr. Tucker come in this time and pit with 16 to go.
He needs to, that's for sure.
Patrick Gaspar just took the position away from Joseph Causey. Heck of a battle for what might turn into second place in the race right here. And there he is. Dalton Tucker's coming down pit road. A very slow pit road here. 40 miles an hour.
It's like a snail's pace. We have to wait and
jumping all over the place here.
We'll have to wait and see where he rejoins the field.
Get 4 tires and fuel. We're gonna look at Patrick Gaspar now, who's coming through NASCAR. This is 1 and 2. No, that's 3 and 4. I'm sorry, it's 3 and 4. So Gaspar's coming through the tri-oval now. Where is Dalton Tucker? Dalton Tucker exiting the pits, and he is in turn 2. Now turn 3. He is going to be about 6 seconds ahead of Gaspar and Causey. Well, Patrick Gaspar has finally passed Joseph Causey. And he's finally taken it to Joseph Causey, maybe at a road course finally. But Dalton Tucker has come in here tonight and spanked them both.
There's still laps left on the scoreboard
there
here.
Is.
So
Stage 3 has gone to Dalton Tucker so far, though. It's only 15 laps in, 15 laps to go. The final,
final countdown.
The final set of pit stops has occurred. We're going to go side by side here on the Ghost Fire Media Network. You're not going to miss a second of the action. We're going to hear from a couple of our sponsors out there. The first one being the Guitar Attic.
I'm ready for the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood.
That's GuitarAttic.com.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network here with the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. You are looking at the battle for second. Joseph Causey has passed Patrick Gaspar and put a second on the young man in the number 86, his number 1 championship rival. But the story of the night, the story of the third stage, Dalton Tucker, 8 seconds almost ahead of Joseph Causey. Dalton Tucker came in here tonight, and he's kicking ass.
And taking names, for sure. I can't wait to talk. If he wins this race, I can't wait to hear what Joseph Causey's take on this whole thing is. He's never been spanked like this. I mean, this is like a major spanking. This is worse than something you would get like in a brothel in Amsterdam. So this is crazy how big of a spanking this is. This Tucker, I mean, he's not making, whoa, he almost made a mistake that time going around the turns. Car got a little bit out of his control, but he gathered it back up, and I mean, he really doesn't have to push that hard now. He's so far out in front. .7 seconds ahead of second place, Joseph Causey. And Causey's just really that best battle is with Causey and maybe Patrick Gaspar.
Cliver and McKinney is also running this battle, but we're going to watch this Gaspar-Causey battle here. Oh, they almost wrecked.
Wouldn't that be something?
They've got nothing to lose. They're both locked in.
Yeah, that's true. They both are locked in. Dalton Tucker has nothing to lose because he's not in it at all. Wow, look at Gaspar dives.
He's not going to make the corner.
Oh, he's not going to make it. Oh, that's going to kill him. Adios, amigos. Now Joseph Causey can just cruise along, but on autopilot, because now he's got almost a second ahead of Patrick Gaspar. 4 seconds. Excuse me. Crazy. So, the only battle on the track right now really is back to Cliver and McKinney. Derek Schilling getting a little vocal out there.
What did he say?
I can't repeat exactly what he said, but he wasn't very happy with some people the way they were driving.
Oh, Derek just jumped the curb.
Oh, he's still not upset. He's still... Oh, I think it's something to do with Ryan Cliver.
Ryan Cliver?
Wow. Derek is a mild-mannered guy, and he is not happy at all. I mean, really not happy.
Do we know what happened?
No, what I would do is I'd go back and try. I'll try to go back and find out what happened. check that out. And you can keep your eyes on what's going on the track.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling.
Let's see. It might. Let's see here. I'm watching it right now to figure out.
Oh, I see it.
Yep, Cliver just came up and nailed the side of Derek.
Wow.
As Derek was trying to stay behind the 14 car. And it looks like Joey McKinney had disabled the chat.
I don't know. That was not a very classy move there. I think they definitely should have given, even if he's a lap down, they should have given him more room.
Yeah, they should. They definitely should have. And like I said, it takes a lot to get Derek riled up. Even though Derek has a lot on his plate right now, he's got some stuff going on behind the scenes, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, with his nerves right now. But still, that was not.
Well, that was a pretty dumb decision there by Ryan Cliver, because he has nothing to gain from that and everything to lose.
Yes.
Because he's in the playoffs right now. He's in the round of 8.
Yep.
If he wrecks there and he destroys his car, he could very well take himself out of the round of 8. That's a boneheaded move by a guy who wants to go win a championship, which might lead to some of the frustration.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there's some frustration going on with a lot of those guys right now. Actually, Cody is talking to some of those guys. I don't know what's going on out here. Yeah, they're talking right now, quite a few of them, about what's going on. So we'll get back to that once we figure out what actually we saw what happened. Hopefully, nothing worse happens to anybody out of this. So I wonder is Derek still on the track, or did he pull off? He did pull off. Yep. So Derek has removed himself from the car, and we'll wait to see him. He probably will not make the playoffs now. So.
No, he is officially eliminated.
Yep, he is officially done. Which is a tough break for Derek. Derek was one of the early picks of yours.
To get through the round of 8, yes.
How is that popsicle?
It's very good.
Yeah, my daughter, she always called those things popsicles.
It's a freeze pop. It's a freeze skittle.
Yeah. You realize if you were working for MRN right now or PRN, you would be fired.
That's okay. I don't work for either of them.
And our leader is
Here, let me turn my gain down. You won't hear me eating my
it's only
popsicle.
11 it's only 11 seconds out in front with just a few laps.
Did you hear me eating my popsicle that time?
No, I did not.
There you go.
I was actually listening to what was going on with Ryan.
There seems to be a lack of on-track respect as well that has begun to come out. So that might not help. It looks like Nicholas Weatherby has pulled off the track as well.
Yeah. Well, he's already locked in, so it didn't really matter with him. Joey McKinney he's still out there, but he's one lap down. Doesn't really matter. He's not going to make it either.
In the booth, as he has exited his car. Nicholas, you got Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Good sir. What happened? You looked like you were having a good night out there.
For some reason my internet crapped itself for no reason. I don't know what happened, but I'm going back out to just finish it.
Oh no!
Yeah, internet is actually perfectly fine right now. I don't know if it was something with iRacing.
Oh no!
So,
That sucks.
Oh, Nicholas, we feel bad for you.
Yeah, because you're running good.
yeah, I was gonna catch Patrick. Was gonna get P3, but it's what it is. At least I got a lot of good stage points, so I'm pretty much into the next round. So, I mean, at least I got the stage points to help with. Actually, I'll get top 10 anyway, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, you'll make your way into it. Derek Schilling has already dropped out. So, yeah, you definitely will be in there. I mean,
Sweet.
so.
All right. Well,
So how?
We'll drop you back down there with your team then, since you're on the track. We won't bother you.
Thanks, guys.
Good job.
And Dalton Tucker puts 7th place a lap down there.
Oh my gosh. This guy's on a tear. Did you see this coming? I mean, I had no idea that Dalton Tucker was a road course ringer.
I had an idea. I heard some rumors that he was really good at the Roval. I didn't know he was this good, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's 12 seconds out in front of Joseph Causey, who Joseph Causey has been the dominant guy in the league all season long, and no one has beat him in a road course, and this guy comes out and he spanks him. I mean, unbelievable. Which I know Joseph Causey will not like it, saying, you got spanked. But that's the ins and the outs of it, dude. He spanked you.
Oh, Joseph's going to love that.
Ooh, Dalton's got to figure a way to get around McKinney there. And he's got a big old hornet's nest up in front of him. He's got Adam Wood up there. Urich is up there. To get around Adam Wood. Now he'll approach the Urich car, the 76 car. Let's see how he figures this one out. Wide behind him. Biding his time as the laps are winding down.
Oh, man, Randy Pepper. We're getting into that part of the season where it's going to be really fun.
And I believe this is the last road course we have.
It is.
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, well, actually, not. I believe possibly I might not even be able to call the last race of the season with you. I might, if I do, it will be from Phoenix, Arizona.
You'll
if
be
I do.
calling it from Phoenix.
Yes, I'll be calling it from Phoenix.
You'll be calling it from Phoenix.
Yes.
No, I'm saying you'll be calling it from Phoenix.
Yeah. Because I will be in Phoenix, Arizona for the last race.
I don't have enough energy for that.
I will, yeah, we may be watching just 4 cars go around the track in Phoenix the way these guys are fighting with each other.
The other question I had, is that the week we have Pat Patterson on the podcast?
Yes.
Is that
And
confirmed?
I would say it's probably pretty much confirmed because as I was talking to Pat the other day, Pat said, yeah, that'd be cool. We'll do it from my house. And we'll probably have to do it by my phone. I don't think, because he has Macs, and I don't think Mac has Discord. So
Macs have Discord.
they do? Okay, then I'll bring it up on a Mac at his house. Or I'll bring
what
my
we're going to have to
iPad.
do is we're going to have to heavily publicize that the racing guy, Pat Patterson, is going to be on the Ghostfire Media Network.
And if we do this race, you will probably have to share your screen with me because I won't be able to have iRacing on computer. So you'll have to share your screen, and maybe Pat Patterson will call a couple laps. How about that? Who knows?
I will be quietly over here dying.
That's to say, I will be at Pat Patterson's house when this all happens, unless I decide to make my way to Vegas that day. But I'm going to try to be back by then. Vegas is in my plan, so part of my thing. I said if I'm
with
coming
Pat?
No, Pat's going to stay at his house. He said, you guys can go on to Vegas if you want. So I said, well, that'd be awesome. So I'm debating on whether going up Monday and staying over Monday night and then coming back on Tuesday day. So if I do that Tuesday day, that means I'll come back and call the race with you. And maybe Pat Patterson will call part of the race with me and you. So
I would love to take pointers from the man, the myth, the legend himself.
The racing guy, Pat Patterson. Don't forget, Pat is on the air this coming Friday or Saturday and Sunday. I always say Friday, but Saturday and Sunday on Sirius NASCAR Radio Channel 90. Early morning, you can catch him at 9 a.m. on the front stretch. So, with all your NASCAR questions.
What's up, Harvey?
2 laps remain here at Charlotte. Dalton Tucker has a 15-second lead. You heard that right. Dalton Tucker is leading at the Charlotte Roval over Joseph Causey by 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Can you believe that? 15.
I ate my popsicle.
I guess that damage that he, well, that's good. I guess the damage that he was sustained earlier to the car just made the car faster.
Well, white flag is out here at the Roval. Gives Dalton Tucker off into turn 1 for the final time.
One
and the Guitar Attic Heartburn Turn there.
Yep.
I'm going to have to put something on the screen that just says Guitar Attic in front of all those Bank of America signs.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Spectrum Mobile's going to turn into Guitar Attic. Everything's going to say Guitar Attic. Comes Dalton Tucker through the corkscrew, up and down the hill for the final time, off into the left-hander, past all the cones that are still standing. Off of the Roval section, onto the oval section. Through NASCAR 1 and 2 for the final time. See all the camping fans standing on top of their campers off to the left. They're all cheering. They're all waving. Dalton Tucker into the chicane for the final time. Hard on the brakes, locks him up, gets on the curb. Gonna get hard on the throttle.
Smash that inside wall.
Oh, God, imagine Joseph Causey still wins. Off into NASCAR 3 and 4, past the Toyota sign. You see the Toyota Racing Experience off of turn 3 and 4. The fans are all standing here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Dalton Tucker has come to Concord, North Carolina, and whipped the boys of the IVRL. He's going to win at Charlotte at the Roval.
Wow.
What a statement by Dalton Tucker. Absolute statement.
I just hope he used some lube.
Ah, no, he gave him just the tip. Just the tip.
I don't know.
Causey
he
wrecks
gave
after the checkered flag.
Probably on purpose,
Adam
I'm
Wood
sure.
is doing burnouts.
Again?
Adam Wood is doing burnouts because he finished this race.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam Wood finished the race with no damage on his car.
Now they got a big old smash fest going on. It looks like a Saturday night at the New Smyrna Speedway.
Look at Adam Wood doing burnouts because he finished. So proud of him. So proud.
Charles Jerick is doing the same thing.
Dalton Tucker, we're looking at him. He's coming off the Roval, back onto the oval now on the backstretch. That is your winner here tonight, folks. We're going to watch him as he comes around and he burns it down. But Patrick Gaspar has stepped out of his machine and he is waiting on pit lane. And it looks like Wendy Venturini is handing him a microphone.
Watch out.
Oh boy. Patrick, it's Nick and Randy up in the booth. Get a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, that wasn't the result any of us were expecting.
No, but I mean, it was kind of fun, kind of not fun. iRacing can't make a road course set for the Cup cars, so it was definitely a handful all night.
You guys were dirt tracking around there quite a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Felt like we were driving on rain the entire time.
That's
Oh,
the
was that bad?
unfortunate
Wow.
part. That's the unfortunate part with you guys not getting the Wednesday setup updates because you guys race on Tuesdays, that you don't get the official like new setup for the Roval.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Third place, I mean, that's my worst finish in 5 weeks, but it's a third, so I'll take it.
Yeah, that was, I wouldn't
Isn't
shake
that
a
your
stick at
worst
that.
finish at a road course all season is third? I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean, if Dalton was around, it would have been the same result we've seen all year, so. But then again, I don't know if I would have pushed it that hard against Causey, so.
Well, good race, man. It was fun to watch you race out there against Causey and everybody else. Weatherby at the one point, but it's unfortunate for Weatherby. He dropped out, but
So I guess
Yeah,
the
it's a-
question is Patrick, you guys are heading into the round of 8 now. The 8 elite drivers are fighting for a championship. How does that feel to be one step away from going to Phoenix in the Final Four?
Well, I mean, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing and keep my focus. I have a little bit of a cushion on playoff points, so that's going to help. I mean, we got Texas next, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll get a win within the next 2 weeks because I'm not going to be around for Martinsville. Though, I do have a buddy that I'm visiting, and he's got a set up, so we'll see what happens with that.
So are you not coming around for Martinsville so we don't have more of the same as we did in the spring?
Well, I will be there for Martinsville. It's just going to be with somebody else's setup, so I'm going to need a little bit of practice on his setup when I get there. But, I mean, I don't have Blake Gordon to my inside. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't spin the tires. But,
Maybe
on the
Adam Wood will be to your inside.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Well,
Adam
does
will
your-
spin his tires.
does your friend have a Mad Cat setup?
He's got a bunch of Fanatec stuff and
So it's good
yeah.
stuff. Oh, okay. So
He's got a little bit of more of an upgrade than I do.
No, if
Okay.
if Patrick Gaspar was coming over my house to race, I would give him like a controller and the W and S buttons to go forward and backwards. That's what
we
I
had
would
a
do.
guy. Who was it a couple weeks
Larry
ago?
Patrick, who's done that multiple times in.
But no, we had a guy on the podcast that's what he races with.
I don't think he races with it still. I think he started with it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got to be out of your mind to use a controller on this.
Well, Patrick, we're not going to hold you up with our nonsense for too long, so we're going to let you go. You have
All
a
good.
fantastic week, and we'll see you next week at the start of the round 8.
Sounds good, guys. Have a great week.
Yeah.
All right, now second place, Joseph Causey just stepped out of his machine. Driver of the number 88. Tonight it was what Toyota Camry was it tonight? It was the
That was a
It was-
Colgate.
it was
Colgate.
red.
He was
red.
trying to.
Oh, it was the worst toothpaste in the history of toothpaste. Gotcha.
He was trying to smell good.
He was trying to make his gums bleed with gum disease.
I was trying to do something good because I didn't drive good. That's for damn
no,
sure.
you didn't. You drove like junk. Joseph Causey, how did it feel to have Dalton Tucker in the third stage put you over his knee and spank you like a... Never mind.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like a hooker
I took
in
both. I
Amsterdam.
got both stage wins. You know, I'll take the second.
Hey, at
you know,
least he's got a great outlook on it. That's
It does. It does. And I love messing with Joseph. For those of you who are new out there watching, we mess with Joseph because at the start of the season, the guy was winning everything. So now with him
Yeah.
finishing second and getting spanked at a road course, this isn't something we have happen very often, if at all, this year. So seeing him lose at a road course, I'm not going to say it's fun because it's never fun to see somebody who you like and you want to see win, not win, but it's nice to see you not win.
3 out of 4 ain't bad, baby. 3 out of 4.
Oh no! What was it? 4 to
5
5,
out of 6 or something like
or
that.
5 out of 4. 5 out
Yeah.
of 4.
Okay, 5. Okay.
5
Or
out of
4
6,
out of
4
5.
out of 5.
4 out of
one or the other.
5.
The
There we
guy
go.
absolutely dominated. So
Yeah, I'll take it. 4 out of 5 road courses, all wins. So man, that setup that was there. Ooh. Ooh,
Like
if
I
y'all
said,
gotta
the
run,
same thing.
I hope y'all don't have to run it because
like
it's
I said
horrible.
to Patrick, the unfortunate part for you guys is that you guys race on Tuesdays, and the iRacing official setup changes come in on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
So you guys don't get that official setup change tonight. You have to deal with the setup that was built for the car when it had the old springs and it didn't have the new adjustments that you can make with it, so they're set to default. And it has a new tire, so it's not built for the new tire.
yeah,
So
it was.
you have the old Charlotte Roval setup, and when you say old with this setup, it's super, super, super old.
Yeah, it was awful. It was. You were just ice skating. You were just hoping to drift every corner.
Yeah,
Not
85-degree track temperature, so you guys getting as loose as you were was nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I've never been that loose there in any car. Well, that was insane.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. Normally, Joseph, we burn the house down with you. We talk to you for 10 more minutes, but you're not the number one guy in Victory Lane tonight, so we're gonna kick you out of the broadcast booth.
Yep,
We'll
you
talk
bring
to you
up
next week,
old-
Mr.
old
Round of 8.
Dalton. All right,
Have
I'll
a good
catch
week,
y'all
Joseph.
later.
See you, Joseph.
And now, the man, the myth, the legend, the winner tonight, the number 24, my favorite paint scheme on the track by far, Dalton Tucker. Dalton, you got Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Oh, well, congratulations on your win here tonight. That's the second of the year for you, isn't it? If I'm correct.
I'm not. I think it might be. I'm not sure.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's
you
the
won
second
the
one.
first race you were a part of.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was New Hampshire. I think.
Yeah, because you came in here, we're like, who is this guy? He comes in here and he wins because you kicked some butt that night too. So what did you find in the third stage to drive away by 17 seconds?
First two stages, I just kind of played it safe, even though I messed up quite a few times, hitting different things, the wall and different little turtles on the ground. I knew I had the speed, just keeping the car clean and then being up there at the end.
You definitely did hit the wall and the turtles quite a few times. There's no doubt about that. And we had talked about you hitting those so hard that probably would have damaged the car, that you wouldn't have much of a car, but you proved us completely wrong on that one.
I didn't feel like I had much after that. I think it was the second stage. I had a minute and a little bit of damage, and luckily it never affected the motor because that really affects the speed here with the oval part.
Yeah, you ran really, really well. It was once you got out in front, it looked like the clean air just totally affected that car totally different because you just ran away from everybody at that point.
Yeah, it might have been clean air, or just me not having someone in front that I'm trying to chase and push too hard. Because when you're trying to chase someone here and the setup's that loose, you just give it a little more gas and a little later brake, and then it upsets the car even more at that point.
Did you have trouble driving the car? Everybody else complained about how loose the setup was. Are you having that same problem?
Oh yeah, it was absolutely horrible. Later in the run, after I'd say maybe 10 laps, it drove okay, but I quit downshifting to first and just kept it in second in a lot of places, and it didn't really spin and get loose on exit as much as it was, I guess, early in our run, just from not pushing it as hard.
We actually followed you around. We stayed in your car for a couple laps, and Nick had pointed out that it sounded like you were staying in third and second for a lot of the track.
Yeah, I just went to fourth coming out of the oval too, and it was just a split second. Everywhere else, I'd just keep it in third and second and try to save the rear tires.
Yeah, we could definitely tell that. Well, a great run tonight, man. Really, you definitely spanked the field. I said my thing was you spanked the field so bad you were like a hooker in Amsterdam.
Oh,
but you did.
Pepper.
I've never heard that one before.
Well, you have now.
Only Randy Pepper.
We have a whole T-shirt line, all of just what things Randy said. So
Yeah.
You can find that in the Ghostfire Media T-shirt shop.
Yeah, those should be launched by the end of the year.
They'll probably be pretty big sellers too.
Oh, the things he says, man, you have no idea. The things he says on the broadcast are one thing, but the things he says in private, holy moly!
Yeah, no. The podcast and the racing, yes, for sure. So, anyways, Dalton, congratulations on a big win tonight, and we'll probably see you next week, probably.
Yeah, I'll definitely be here. I was gonna come last week. Did a different league, just kind of changed things up, and I didn't know if Greg was gonna be back last week, and didn't want to upset that any more than I already did. So, and then I found out he wasn't here. So
Oh, that
it
would have
is
been
what it is.
entertaining.
Yeah.
That would have been entertaining. Man, last week I was waiting for you two to be out there. I had a whole 35-minute Iron Man match planned for you guys. You were gonna hit him with the drop down. You were gonna hit him with the drop
elbow.
down. Yeah, no, he was gonna hit him with the drop down toss. And Greg was gonna get up to hit you with a clothesline. You were gonna go under it. You're gonna hit him with a spear. You're gonna go out in the ring, get a chair, hit him with the chair, get a ladder. You're gonna get some tables. It was gonna be interesting. I had a whole 30-minute spiel.
It was Talladega, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh,
I could have used the 35-minute spiel last week.
That would have been some high-speed ducking.
Yeah.
You were ready for a drop down toe hold. You were ready, man. You were gonna kick his butt last week. He was gonna pull it out right at the end.
We actually
long-term booking. The heel has to win the first match. You'd get him back, but that would come at Phoenix.
By the way, Dalton, we'd actually contemplated on pulling you and Greg Holt into the podcast if we could have got it done.
Yeah, it would have been interesting because there's two different views on what happened.
Yeah, that's why we were thinking about pulling you both in. That we thought it would have been good for podcasting.
It would have been great.
Oh yeah, it would have been interesting. That's to say the least.
Controversy creates cash, my friend. It creates a lot of cash.
We're still waiting for that cash to come about.
Hey, listen, I have to ask Eric Bischoff. He told me I have to spend $78 million to try to get it. So he said I have to revive WCW. That's a whole other story for a whole other day. Anyway, Dalton, we'll see you next week. Good luck, and good luck in any other leagues you have, and we'll talk to you maybe next week.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Take care, man.
And the official race results here tonight. Dalton Tucker comes home in first with his second win of the year. Joseph Causey in second. Patrick Gaspar third. Cody McKinney with a very strong fourth. Ryan Cliver with a much-needed fifth-place run here tonight. We're going to talk about Ryan Cliver more in a second. Thomas Carino in sixth. Charles Urick in seventh. Adam Wood comes home eighth. Joey McKinney in ninth. Nicholas Weatherby 10th. Derek Schilling 11th. And Jason Miz in 12th. So, Randy, before the race, we talked very much about playoff points.
Playoffs!
And what this was going to look like. Well, folks, I can now officially tell you the round of 8. I'm putting this up on your screen so you know the drivers that came in here tonight on the bubble. The official round of 8. Joseph Causey be seated at number 1. Patrick Gaspar, Cody McKinney, Adam Wood, Nicholas Weatherby, Charles Urick, Thomas Carino Jr., and the 8th and final transfer spot goes to Ryan Cliver. So Derek Schilling, Harvey Abrams, Joey McKinney, their seasons for championship are over. They'll be here running for pride. There are 8 men who begin the journey of the 8 best left in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series next week at Texas for a butt kicker.
And, you know, the one thing you have to think about this, too. If you're just joining our broadcast for this league right now, we started this league with 40 drivers. We now have 12. And now we're down to 8 drivers going into the playoffs, to the finals.
So join us here next week, 6:50 Eastern Daylight Time on the Ghostfire Media Network for the Texas Motor Speedway for the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. And Randy, go ahead and take us away from that Sunshine State.
All right, so folks, you've been watching the Ghostfire Media Network broadcast of the IVRL Buttkicker Series. Don't forget, tomorrow night it's the AOLL Sportsman Division, and then on Thursday night it's the AOLL TNT Guitar Attic Series, and then we'll be on with the podcast on Friday night, and that's an open series race. So if you're a racer in any one of the leagues that we do broadcast, whether you're in Fuel, the IVRL, or any of the AOLL drivers, you want to join us for that. That's an open setup race that no one knows what the car is, and we don't know what track we're racing. It's just a fun race, just for a lot of fun. We do this once a month for the guys to come out and have a little fun. So join us for that. That's going to be at 8 o'clock on Friday night. And you reach out to any of us, Nick, myself, any of the guys in the Ghostfire Media Network, and we'll give you all the details on how to join that race. And then don't forget, on Sunday night, we're going to be down to some eliminating of ourselves, I believe, in the AOL series for the Cup Division from this same track, the Roval, as well. So from the where am I at? Oh, I'm in the Sunshine State of Florida, where we're not allowed to put masks on. So, till next week, guys. We will. You didn't like that? I thought it was funny.
I love it. I think that. Oh man, leave it to a Karen.
All right, guys. We will see you next week here in the IVRL Buttkicker Series. And so long from the Sunshine State of Florida. We out.
You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.